What is up, guys? How's it going? I am coming to you from my beautiful condo in Florida, sunny Florida, where you can see the epic sunsets. And I just get to chill out here, enjoying this lovely, lovely quarantine with yours truly, Natish Cannon. And the title of this video, as I made for you, is how to get $10,000 for free from the government. That's right, free. But there's a lot of fine prints and catches to it, and I don't think they're exactly going to pay what they say they're going to pay, and I'm here to break it down for you. And most people make these videos, but I wanted to do it a little bit different today with this beautiful view behind me. So in case you don't pay attention or like what I'm saying, or you tune out, you can at least look at the nice view behind me. The first thing I was going to talk about is they say they're going to give you $10,000, but I think that $10,000 might be broken down per employee that you have in your small business, so it might actually only come out to like $1,000 per person. So if you have 10 employees, you might get $1,000 each to meet your payroll. And the other thing is, I think you have to have a corporation set up that's at least a year old, or if not more. So at least if you have a corporation that has been around for more than a year, you're most likely going to get that money. And that's what's really important, is making sure you have all of that in order, and then being able to file it correctly. And if you want, leave me a comment below. I can probably help you file it. And yeah, the other thing is, it's very important that you expense it correctly to get the $10,000 as a grant, because it is a loan that converts into a grant. And so if you expense it the right way, and if you make it so that way, you're doing payroll and you're paying out some of your expenses, you can basically get that loan completely forgiven by the government, and it turns into a grant. So in a way, if they do pay it out, that will be great. It'll become a free grant, and you'll be able to get paid free money from the government. And a lot of people are asking about the stimulus checks. A lot of people are saying hopefully it should go out next week. So we should start seeing some stimulus checks come out, $1,200 a person, I think, if you make less than $99,000. But here's the other kicker here, right? Everybody wants free money and they want $10,000. But what if you can make $10,000 every day or every week, right? $10,000 a week. It would be $40,000 a month. That's over $480,000 a year, roughly. So imagine you can make that. Well, there's not many things you can do, but right now we're all in this collective thing where we have one thing, and the difference between the extraordinarily wealthy and the extraordinarily poor is not that different, because we all have the same time. It's how much work they get done, or how much productive work they get done during that time, that leads to massive amounts of profit. I mean, the best thing I would recommend is get into something like real estate. So feel free to DM me and I can teach you this stuff and help you collaborate if you have any questions. Is you can find properties in your neighborhood that you can get under contract, and you can tie them up, put yourself an assignment fee, and find them to other investors. And right now might be a holy grail of a time to be able to do that, to be able to learn a new skill like real estate wholesaling, how to flip a house. And you can oftentimes find a joint venture partner to flip properties without putting any money down, and you can do this. So feel free to message me, and I can, I'm happy to answer DMs or questions, because I have a lot of time sitting at home, and I'll try to get through all of the comments. If anybody wants to collaborate and learn how to make a high income skill, because this is the time where you have a big block of time at home, and you don't have to go out. You don't have to have your regular job. And so whatever you're doing now, you probably do that job for X amount of hours in a day, and then you've got this huge block of time. And it's kind of a delusion when people say, I'm just going to chill at home and watch Netflix, when you could use this time productively to go write a book, go write that screenplay, or take this time, that 30, 60 days that you've been procrastinating, and take this time as the biggest opportunity in your life when the rest of the world has slowed down. You now can focus on self-education and self-improvement, because the best investment you can make is in yourself. And if you can do that, you can have the skill set to come out of this as we enter a recession with a very, very high income skill. And as Dan Locke always says in that book, FU Money, when you have a high income skill, that's when you can work for a few years, stack enough money so you can make your $1 or $2 or $3 million, and now you have perpetual cash flow coming in passive income, and you can put that money into investments, and you can be retired. And there's so many kids that are doing this. You know, we've been deluded with this idea and this notion that the retirement age is like a dreaded 65 years old. Like, who the heck came up with that? That's because you're working at minimum wage at the factory for 30 years, and you have to invest and save all that money and hope it compounds over a 30-year period. Well, the new generation, this millennial generation, now has higher income skills. So we can now work at home and make $10,000 or $20,000 a month. If you have a high income skill like writing, computer programming, or software, you can make $10,000 or $20,000 a month. And if you can save most of your money, 50 to 70% of your income, if you can go save 70 to 100,000 a year in 10 to 20 years, you will have, and if you can invest that as well while you're saving, you can compound your money and retire on $1 million or $2 million and get 6% on your money. And that means if you save your $1 to $2 million, you can get $60,000 to $120,000 a year passively in perpetuity forever if you invest that at the right time into the right vehicle. So take this time, benefit yourself, and don't just focus on getting a $1,200 government check or a $10,000. Just take this time for yourself to really, really put yourself in a better place. And I'm going to leave you with that, looking at that beautiful view and